Hi everyone, welcome back to a new video. In today's video I've got like foils, pigments, gel polishes, crystals, lots to play with in today's video. The gel polishes I'm using today are from Nailchemy. I'm using Sweet Peas and I've got Wolfsbane as well. I'm also going to be using Onyx, which I will show you later. The pigments I'm using, this one's called Twilight and it's from Nail Sugar. It doesn't look like much in the pot, but trust me, oh, it's going to be a good one. Over black, it is a stunner. I've also got Aurora Magic pigment. This one is beautiful. It's like a unicorny pigment. If you want to get 10% off your order from Nail Sugar, use code NATMUG10. The website is www.nailsugar.co.uk. All the information will be in the description box below. So for this first tip, I'm going to apply 2 coats of Wolfsbane. This is a really nice purple actually. This is one of my newer gel polishes from them, I think. Or it was like my, not last order, but my order before. Not that anyone needs to know, it doesn't matter. No one needs to know that, Natalie, shut up. Just get on with it. So we're going to apply 2 coats. Then over that we're going to put our non-wipe top coat because the Twilight pigment goes over a non-wipe top coat. Now if you buy pigments from Nail Sugar and you're not sure whether they go over the tacky layer of gel polish or on a non-wipe top coat, do have a look at their description on the website because it will say on that, or alternatively you can ask in the Facebook group, but all the information is on the website. So as soon as that comes out the lamp, I cured it for 30 seconds. As soon as it comes out the lamp, like it's still warm, I like to rub the pigment in. I don't leave it to go cold because it doesn't seem to rub in as nicely, although this one rubs in beautifully. And you can see we've got that yellow, what the frig? We've got a purple sheen. Where the light's now hitting it, we've got a nice purple sheen. I'm going to use my big dusty brush thing that I got from Beauty Big Bang, and I'm just going to brush off any loose pigment. Then I'm going to go over with my non-wipe top coat again, and you can see we're just left with this really nice purple sheen. I think it's probably the right word. I will show you later it over black. Oh my god, it looks amazing over black. So that's been cured for 30 seconds and that is the finished nail. Well, it's not finished actually. Later on I do go back and add some detail to the set because I just feel like it needs something else. So just bear with me. The next nail is going to be using Sweet Peas. So again, I'm going to apply 2 coats to this. I've decided, if you'd seen my last set, no, maybe it was 2 sets ago, I used the Aurora Magic pigment over white and a pale blue. I'm going to use it over this nice soft lilac-y pink, and the Aurora Magic pigment just looks so nice over pastel-y colours. Actually, I haven't used it over like a green or a blue, like a yellow. I wonder what it looks like on a yellow. Anyway, I'm going to do the same thing. So the Aurora Magic pigment goes on a non-wipe top coat. So go over with your non-wipe top coat. Make sure this layer is as smooth as possible. The nice thing about the Nailchemy gel polishes is they do self-level, which is quite good. If you just leave them for a few seconds, they should sort of level themselves out. Stick that in the lamp to cook for 30 seconds. And as soon as it comes out, I use my finger. You could use a eyeshadow applicator or a silicone tool, but I just like to use my finger. I just find that I can really rub it in, and you can see we've got that amazing pearly sheen. It's just, oh my god, I just love it so much. And then I'm going to go over that again to seal that pigment in with my non-wipe top coat, and then I will cure that for 30 seconds. Oh, that's just so beautiful. Oh god, could you imagine that in the spring? Oh my gosh. Right, so that is Twilight and Aurora over these 2 beautiful colours. Right, so this is the Onyx that I mentioned at the beginning that I didn't show you. So I'm going to apply 2 coats of this. So again, this cures for 30 seconds, and I'm using my Melody Susie LED lamp for anyone who's interested. It's a 48 watt. I don't know if that, yeah, that probably makes a difference. So now we're going on with the second coat. Bung that in the lamp. and then over with our non-wipe top coat. You want to make this as smooth as you can because you don't want to see any like little dimples in it. And then again, once that's cured in your lamp, as soon as it comes out, you want to rub that pigment over that non-wipe top coat. Can you see that? Just wait until we top coat this. This is going to just be, this is such a great pig. If you like dark coloured nails or like gothy kind of nails, this is just a perfect pigment over black. And then look, I'm going to top coat this and just look what happens. You get this really rich purple sheen on it. Oh my goodness. I love that so much. Can you see? Can you see it? Can you see it? I'm going to cure it for 30 seconds. So I've got the same here, right? So I've done that other nail. I've got a second coat, 2 coats of black on this nail, and I'm going to put some base coat over the top because I want to apply some foil. No, hang on. This is non-wipe top coat. I'm going to apply that twilight pigment. And then normally with foils, I would stick them to the gel polish colour tacky layer. But because we've used a pigment over the top of the gel polish, I'm going to apply some base coat to the nail so that we get a tacky layer again. These foils I've got from Nailchemy, so these are available from Nailchemy. I don't know why I got my most bluntest scissors to try and cut the foil. I really should throw them away. They're pretty useless actually. So I've got about this much of foil, and as I do all the time with this foil, I'm going to get some pure acetone and just wipe off that kind of, I don't know, it's got like a residue on the back. I don't know, but you'll see, look, as I wipe over, that kind of matte surface will go and it will just leave us with a shiny surface. But you want to be careful because if you go too mad with it, you'll take off some of that purple, the foil. I'll show you in a minute. So if I turn it over, can you see we've lost some of that purple already? So you just have to be careful. So I'm going to go over with the base coat to create a tacky layer. Now doing this, I did learn that you only need a very, very thin layer of base coat. The thicker the layer of base coat, the harder it will be to get the foils to stick, because you're left with a really, my tacky layer was almost slimy. It's the only way I could describe it. And it just, the foil, I really had difficulty here getting the foil to stick to the tacky layer because it was too, yeah, and I cured it for the right amount of time. Anyway, so do it with a very thin coat of base coat and it works so much better. I'm going to use Velvet Matte Top Coat from Nailchemy to finish off this nail, and doesn't that look stunning? You've got that, you can see the hints of the purple underneath the purple foil. It looks more pink now, doesn't it? But it is purple. It's like a pinky purple. So I've got these like little black micro beads. I wanted to put some detail on the nail, so I kind of thought I would go with like a sort of, I don't know if you'd call it mystical, but I kind of thought I'd go with stars and moons. So these are the stars. These are from Nailchemy as well. So have a look on the website. Don't forget the code NATMUG10. If you place an order, you can get 10% off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some top coat just along the corner of the cuticle area of this nail, and I'm going to sprinkle on some of those black beads. I don't really know why. I didn't like them in the end on it. I just thought, at the time, I thought it might be a good idea. I'm going to use my glitter tray to catch the beads, although the beads just went everywhere anyway. They didn't give a poo, they didn't. That was it. They were off, look. Bloody hell. They look like poppy seeds, don't they? Anyway, I was trying to neaten it all up. And then I don't know what I've done. I've lost it a bit now. So I've cured the beads into that top coat. And then I'm going to take a couple of the stars. I'm going to use my black artisan gel paint from Nailchemy to create I'm going to call them strings. two very thin lines. The line on the left was I didn't want it as thick as that, but I couldn't be bothered to wipe it off and do it again, so I just thought I will just leave it. I've cured that in the lamp for 60 seconds. Then I'm just going to add 2 little blobs of top coat to apply the stars. Now, if I'd have done this, if I'd have known that I was going to decorate them before, I probably would have done this a slightly different way. Not sure how actually, but yeah, anyway, I've done it this way because I wasn't sure initially that I was going to decorate them. So I've cured those in the lamp, so those stars aren't going to go anywhere, or the beads, and the gel is now cured. And I'm just going to top coat the nail. I decided to top coat over the beads as well. I tried to get off most of the excess, but I just thought it would keep the beads, it's just another way to keep the beads really secure on the nail. I probably would have used something like Aquagel if I wasn't being lazy, but I didn't. I'm going to take the white artisan gel paints now just to add some little dots onto those lines that are connecting the stars to the cuticle area. I normally would do this with a dotting tool. It's just a bit easier for me to do it with a dotting tool, but I've done it with my brush today or yesterday when I've done these. Or was it the day before? No, it was yesterday, I think. And then I wanted to put 2 on this one, but because the line at the top and then I ballsed up that dot, and the line at the top was too thick, so it looked a bit daft. What I ended up doing was turning this one into a moon. I'm going to fast forward this bit because it took me a little while to get the shape right. It wasn't going my way yesterday. So I'm just going to speed this bit up a bit. There we go. So I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds in my lamp, and then I'm going to take some alcohol and just remove that tacky layer. You don't have to top coat this again. You can just have this like on the top of the top coat. It doesn't matter. And then I'm going to use some crystals. I wanted to use AB crystals, but I've used up all of my... Look, what a flipping idiot. Well done. It just went everywhere. I wanted to use my AB crystals, but I have used up all the teeny tiny crystals of my AB crystals from Nail Sugar. So I'm going to use clear ones, and I'm just going to make the moon a sort of crystal moon. I did actually find 2 teeny tiny AB crystals, but they weren't from Nail Sugar, but you can buy them from Nail Sugar, don't worry, to complete the moon. And then I decided that on this nice purple nail I was just going to do like a big star up in the corner. So from the center I'm just going to create 4 lines, so 2 horizontally and 2 vertically, and then from in the middle of those I'm just going to create slightly smaller lines, and then I will cure this in the lamp for 60 seconds, and then I'm going to again wipe off that tacky layer with some alcohol. And then I'm going to use my Rossi base to adhere the crystals, so I'm going to put 1 in the middle and then 1 at the top, at the bottom, the left and the right of it. The thing about the Rossi base is that it doesn't dry as quickly as my Chiarosky base did. Sometimes this is a good thing and sometimes it's not. I've also got some of those, you know, the black micro beads that I used. I've got some silver ones too. I'm going to put 2 of those each side of the crystal. So again, 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. No, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, 2 on the left and 2 on the right. I do go out of shot a lot, I'm sorry. It was just super fiddly and it's hard to concentrate and then remember to keep the nail under the camera as well. So there we go, that's that one. I really love that star. Anyway, this was the finished set. It was just a kind of just me playing around. I didn't really know what I was doing. But I hope you liked it. As always, I will see you tomorrow. Don't forget to leave me a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And have a good Wednesday. Bye everyone.